Good morning. Good morning. I'm sure somebody's got to be there by now. Even though I don't see ya. Frickin' morning. Where am I at here? Got it going on. Midlife Stockman. It's always a good video. Notifications. Interesting. Monday frickin' morning. Happy Monday morning to anybody who may or may not be watching. As happy as a Monday morning can be, I suppose, right? Happy as a Monday morning can be. Woke up to snow today. Happy as a Monday morning. We had about 2 or 3 inches of snow last night. What's this? About 2 or 3 inches of snow last night. Oh, I wish I could see that freaking thing. Get a better view on it. What does that say? Come on. Focus. Can I get some focus on it? Oh, there we go. I mean, that says 5 inches right at my freaking stick. Holy shit. I guess went from 0 inches of snow last night to 5 inches. It said 1 to 3. At least I got 5 at my measuring stick, anyways. I was gonna pull that thing. Adventures with Stanky. Good morning. What's up? I'm exploiting my backup channel. You know, for some reason I had the desire to come on and IRL shit when I wake up. That's when I feel my most interesting. I don't know. But really, I'm working on editing a video, and I was working on it last night, and I was watching, and I was trying to figure out what the dude said because with all the traffic and stuff, there were a lot of times I couldn't hear what people were saying. You know what I mean? Because I had my hood on, hat down, my mask on, so it was muffling my hearing a little bit. And I had a mascara wearing Darren bitching about egg prices because he thought that I was the anti-protest, and I was trying to wonder. I've been wondering what he said, and I finally figured it out last night. He was bitching about egg prices, and he's like, "When was it? How much are you paying for eggs these days? $8 a dozen? $8?" I was, well, I pay $5, but yeah, I get it. Eggs are more expensive right now. And then he's like, "When was the last time you had an omelet?" And that I didn't hear. I heard you say something, but I couldn't make out the omelet part. So it was going through editing last night. It was omelet. And so last night I'm thinking to myself, well, shit, I eat eggs every day, dude. You know, they're fucking expensive, but I'm an egg eat motherfucker. And I eat eggs just about every day. Uh, 1 to 2, so a lot of times 3. You know, if I make an omelet, it's a 3 egg omelet. You know what I mean? If I just some fried eggs, it's a couple eggs and a couple pieces of toast and whatever. So when was the last time I ate an omelet? So I'm thinking about whipping up an omelet. I got some hash browns in the fridge that I prepped last night, and make me an omelet with some hash browns. You paying three? Man, that's a good price. Lucky you. We're at a minimum of 5. We're at a minimum like Dollar General here, $5 a dozen. Once in a while, they jump up and down. You go to some of these little mom and pop stores. There was a couple times they were trying it, and they were selling for $12 a dozen. And So I was thinking about whipping up a freaking omelet and breakfast today, and then putting my hoodie on, and my glasses, and then make a little make a little clip to put in the part where he is like asked about the omelets, and I'm like, well, bitch boy, Big Mike ate a freaking omelet today, you know what I mean, type thing. The cut in there, you know what I'm saying? The way I can rub in my omelet eating. Had some mascara wearing bitch boy call me a bitch boy. For real, dude. I was like, hell no. I was like, I was like, how much is your mascara these days? When was the last time you didn't wear mascara? Dude's got eyeliner and mascara on, and he's he's man enough to grow enough some beard anyway. He's not, he ain't this manly, but he's man enough to grow some beard. Tulip, what up? So, I mean, he can grow a thin beard, you know what I mean? It's a young man's beard. Maybe when he gets older, it'll fill in a little more, but, bitch boy. That shit's hilarious. He had his fucking jacked up combat boots. No, what are those? Well, I think they're probably some Doc Martens. Doc Martens with pants cuffed in, patched up, jacket. You know what I'm saying? One of those anarchist style types. You know what I mean? Shit was hilarious. I wished he'd have done something. I'd have slapped him. What up, Brendan? So now I'm like, I just had a cup of coffee. I could go for another one. So now I'm like planning my attack on my omelet right now. Do I make just a regular old cheese omelet? Do I cut up some green peppers and some ham and onions and throw that shit in there? That's probably what I will do. Because if I'm gonna make an omelet, I'm gonna make a fucking good omelet. Got some bacon and hash browns. So that's what's gonna be for breakfast. Yeah, it's funny. I just kind of like wondered if it's worth it to take the time to even. I mean, I'm gonna eat either way, but do I take time to video me and my omelet? You know what I'm saying? Like, when was the last time you had an omelet? Oh, I had one today, bitch. You know what I'm saying? 3 egger. Then I'm gonna feed the other half to my dog. So, you know what I'm saying? Feed the other half to my dog. Maybe I'll feed my dog some of it. That's for sure, and I'll video that too. Like me and my dog had an omelet today. You know what I mean? He'll like that. Bentley's the eater of omelets. That's funny. Fucking people. You can buy like hash browns in a little carton where they're dehydrated. You know what I mean? I think they're Jacks or something. It's in like a little milk carton. Throw some hot water in there at night. Let it sit on the counter for an hour or two. Throw them in the fridge. Next morning, boom, you got hash browns. And pretty much the same hash browns that any restaurant uses. You know what I mean? Dehydrated. Hell yeah, breakfast for dinner. That's what I'm screaming. I like breakfast, man. I don't like having to get up to eat breakfast. You know what I'm saying? But you can feed me breakfast at lunch or dinner, and I don't care. You can't go wrong with sausage and bacon in any format. You know what I'm saying? We eat a lot of pancakes here too. You get like this big bag. It's like this freaking, I don't know, it's about that big. Um, there's at least 3 pounds in it or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at how much the net weight is on it. It's a big bag though. Some buttermilk biscuit mix. It's got a little zip tie or a little thing on the top. Then get you a scoop. Yep. Pancakes, French toast, all that shit. Chicken and dumplings? Yes. I ate biscuits and gravy again yesterday morning. Still had some biscuits and gravy left over. But see, that was my plan. I like to take my leftover biscuits. I was going to make a breakfast sandwich. But boy, this whole omelet thing. Bitch boy whining about his omelets. You know what I'm saying? He must be missing his omelets or some shit. Said I eat eggs every day. You know, it's funny. Everybody wants to. I always want to put the blame of something on. Something's always somebody else's fault. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not nature's fault that the avian flu was hitting pretty hard. You know, the economy, the chicken producing part of the world ended up having to slaughter a bunch of freaking chickens. You know what I'm saying? But somehow, the avian flu is, clearly, I'm guessing, Trump's fault at this point, too. Venison stew and, oh, nice. I haven't had venison in a minute. I'd like some venison. How do I prefer my eggs? Any way but raw. I mean, if I go into a restaurant, I'm gonna order some eggs over medium. You know what I mean? I want my yolk to dip in. Usually from that restaurant, I'll get hash brown, cause I like to chop my egg up in the hash brown after I've dipped it with the toast, and then I mix it in the hash brown, put some ketchup on there, some Brinks Red Hot. Generally, that's the way I go with that. But I mean, I like a breakfast sandwich, so that's a broken yolk. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just want straight scrambled eggs. I'll throw some ham in it. Depends on my mood for cooking. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't had venison in a minute. You know what I got though? I've got a couple jars of dehydrated morel mushrooms. What do you think of that? I got some. I've had them for quite a few years. Once you dry it, once you get them dehydrated good, get them in a jar, they'll fucking last forever. Put you one of those oxygen sucking things in the jar with it. Put the clamp on it. You know what I'm saying? Morels year round. And I generally only like to eat my morels with venison. So that's why I still have morels. I mean, I'll eat my morels with anything. Don't get me wrong, but morels are one of those things. They're super seasonal. And, you know, I got some nice ones too. I mean, yeah. I got a couple. I got a small jar of them, and I got a bigger jar. I'll go grab them. I'll show you. Grabbing mushrooms, grabbing mushrooms, grabbing mushrooms. Jar's been sitting on the counter or up on the cupboard for a little while, so it kind of got that, you know, dusty, a little bit of kitchen grease and the old air on it, but it needs to be washed. I've had it that long now. These mushrooms here are probably, oh, at least 8 years old. had these mushrooms for 8 freaking years. And they're perfectly preserved in this jar. And they're morels. Look at them bad boys. And the glare. Oh, the glare. Yeah. Here's what it is. Oh. Come on. My camera, my rotator rotated. Now, because I moved my freaking camera, now I can't get it back right. That's not how we're supposed to be. Oh, if I do that. Come on, sucker.
I recommend people take IU online schooling because it's based upon what you can do and the time that you can do it. Some of the things I do would not have.
How the hell do I refresh?
IU online. Visit us at IU online.
Come on. Man, this stupid freaking phone. I'm on my backup phone. No. I want to refresh. How do I refresh these things? So I haven't had bear meat. Come on. Trying to get this thing to refresh. What do you generally do to get your live stream to refresh on your phone? Can somebody tell me? Cancel. We don't want to cancel the live. On my looks fine on. I guess it looks fine on the live, doesn't it? But on my phone it says orientation is locked. Rotate your device back. But on the live it looks fine. What up with that? It says yes, I'm scared.
So you can film all you want. Have a good day. Okay, you're not gonna walk behind me though, okay? Huh? No, it's. Yes, I'm scared.
Compliments to being scared. Honestly, these I don't believe these pussies are scared one bit. I believe that's just a tactic. It's a tool. You know what I mean? That whole I'm scared thing is just a tool for them. Is all it really is. Yep. Does that make sense? How does a fella refresh his live stream on YouTube? How do you refresh your live stream on YouTube? How do you refresh your live stream on YouTube from a mobile device? That's what I should ask. Huh. On YouTube from my mobile device, simply close and reopen the YouTube app. Okay. I wasn't aware of that. It still says orientation is locked. Orientation is locked horizontal. That's weird. Anyways, I can see it's still looking fine. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever.
I just checked all the doors, ignored him. So just don't open the doors. He's just gonna stay here and film me for, I guess, as long as he wants. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's it. You know, they push fear so they can sell this thing called safety. You know what I mean? And to be honest, they're the ones putting people in fear and keeping nobody safe. They put people in fear and don't keep them safe. And oh my God, yeah, people fall for it. Oh, this Karen, she carried on and on about everybody's feelings. You know what I mean? And then she was gaslighting. She gaslit me for me hiding with my mask because of my feelings. Like she don't even get it. The only reason I wore the mask was because I knew they'd want to see my face, and I knew it would trigger you. You know what I'm saying? I knew you'd get triggered by me not wanting to give you information and wearing a mask securing my identity. I knew you'd get triggered by it. That's why I did it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know who I am. You're gonna see my face because after you watch the video where you act stupid in, you're gonna go watch some other videos to see what my face looks like. Matter of fact, you're gonna see it on my little avatar thing. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to give you answers because you thought you deserved them. You know, he was entitled to answers from me. Yeah, shit's hilarious. But yeah, need to make an omelet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a big old fat 3-egg omelet just for that dude. And I'm gonna drop it right in there. When was the last time you had an omelet? Ha! Hey, bitch. I almost did it last night, but I didn't feel like making an omelet and eating. You know what I mean? But I want, you know, I was like in the middle of editing that video. I was like, yeah, I could do that right now. I was like, no, I don't need an omelet. People are so easy these days. You don't get me wrong, there's certain things out there that'll easily trigger me as well, but holy Christ. For the 98% of everything else, I'm just like, F it. I really don't care. You hit somebody's car? Yeah, I don't care. You alright? Alright. Don't care. Beyond that, you know what I mean? Oh, you tripped and fell? You alright? Good, I don't care. You know? That's kind of how I look at things. At least I try to. It's much easier when you can, you know what I mean? Everything else is just insignificant. PDF, what up? Yeah. He's gonna be real pissed when I add in the clip of like where my dog's eating the rest of the omelet. I hope he sees it. Should make my, or I could do one better and just make my dog an omelet and feed it to the dog. That would really grind his gears, I bet. Ugh. That'd be even better. That'd be pretty savage though, wouldn't it? Fix my dog a cheese omelet. My dogs, we both can have some.
Can I get a call number for this? You gotta call the service here, right? Can I get the number that goes with this call? A while? I go, what's a while? Oh, okay. I thought you were just being a punk.
He is being a punk, dude.
You seem rude the way you were saying it. I know you're scared.
Watching the auditing Erie County video
No problem.
that dropped today. He's like asking him for the call number. He's like, what do you mean? It's going to take me a while. You know, and I'm playing the whole fucking game. Dude, I'm so sick of these cops playing fucking stupid like that. Sick of it. So sick of it. Take me a while, Mitch. Soon as 911 or whoever receives a call, there is a number documented by dispatch. If it went through dispatch, it pops up with a number automatically, and that number pops up on your computer. This is the call you're on, and it's got a fucking number. This whole game of it's gonna take a minute, you know, sick of that shit, man. See this shit happening all the time to these guys.
Mel was requesting a call number, so I wrote him the cat number on a piece of paper and gave it to him after he had some nice words to tell me.
Oh, yeah, crybaby, exactly. Oh, it's nice words to tell me. Fucking crybabies, man. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, it just came out today. It's pretty good. There's a crybaby cop on there. I'd say it's worth watching. He does pretty good work most of the time. Didn't I was seeing all the insurrectionists? Didn't they get pardoned? So didn't auditing Erie County technically get pardoned after serving probation? You know what I'm saying? For 4 years. Does anybody know? I don't keep up on shit like that. There's just so much of that information out there that it's overwhelming, and to pick one thing out anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I grab bits and pieces. Don't get me wrong, but I don't put no research in that garbage anymore, man. It's all bad information, anyways. I get my information from here and communicating with real people. And when it comes to like information to like top government, I don't pay no attention to none of it because it's so easily manipulated, so you can't trust if it's accurate anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I thought maybe I went to the county clerk's office.
That's why I always wonder, like, when it comes to these crime statistics, how much of those crime statistics are actually fudged in the direction of making them higher so it looks worse? I'd bet you all of them all the freaking time anymore. You know what I mean? The only real statistic that matters to me anymore is the statistic of government shooting innocent people on a consistent daily basis, aka so-called law enforcement types. You know what I'm saying?
At the county clerk's office? And that's where I would do an request for anything related to the sheriff's? Correct. All right, they sent me over here, and they're sending me back. All right.
So-called law enforcement is the teeth of the government, is the way I see it. Sometimes teeth need to be pulled. They get rotten. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Feel me?
Yep. The administration complex is the one I want to go to? Right.
I seen in a comment on a video.
All right. So
What
but not
video was it?
their county clerk's office, the main
I don't remember. Oh, it was on Fake News Network one. James Friedman's video that he dropped yesterday. It's just a couple minutes or whatever. A minute. It's like 2 minutes or whatever. You know, he does those sometimes. It was like, what if people treated government the way government treats people, you know? And he was calling the two girls in, like, come in here and sit down, and they didn't want to. He starts putting the gloves on. They're female cops, you know what I mean? It was that. But in the comments, there is in there, it says, America, something about America, time to glove up or something like that. I don't know, but That kind of resonated. I haven't quite had the experience of being out auditing where cops have walked up and gloved up yet. You know what I mean? They start gloving up though, you better fucking get nervous. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make the fucking heart beat. Because these dirt bags will do anything. Yeah, exactly. So I don't trust none of that information anymore. Yep. It's all skewed. You can't trust any of it. You see the snow we got? See if I can show you some snow. It's kind of sunny out there. It's up to the 5 inch, but we're supposed to have some 40s and 50s coming. So. Come on. Rotate, sucker. Orientation's still locked. Junk phone. That phone that I'm actually using on my live, man, that thing sucks. I was planning on, probably should have just went live on this one, but I figured if I ended up making my omelet live while sitting here IRLing, that I'd want this phone for my, when I'm videoing me and my omelet, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to have my phone kind of indisposed.
I'll make them do it at the clerk.
Yeah, definitely need to clean my jar though.
What's that?
That's a fat mushroom right there. That's dehydrated and it's
You want me to go walk to Amarillo?
at least as big as my thumb.
The main sheriff? I'll file it here. By the state law, I can file it here.
There's a big fatty right there.
That's how it works, so I need to fill one out.
Bunch of smalls. Look at those.
You don't accept them, that contradicts the law.
I found a good way to dry them, man. You take your screen out one of your windows, clean it off really good, lay it out in the sun where it's got complete airflow. You put your mushrooms on those, them mugs will be dry in hours. That's key to get them dry as possible, as quick as possible. You got a dehydrator, that's even better. Boom, throw them in the dehydrator and fucking really get at it, get after them. And when they get perfectly dry, they're like super hard too. They're tough. They're durable mushrooms. So if you had a good like vacuum sealer, you could probably get away with that. Throw one of them oxygen sucker things away in there and do that. It'd probably be a good way to get,
Requires you to take the response and forward it to that person. That's the way it works. You can give me a blank piece of paper, I'll fill it out. But that's the way the law works. I'm just, that's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to do anything,
Sci-fi, what up? What up, yo? You debating on making an omelet, dude.
I mean, you can fill out a piece of paper, but
No, I'm gonna make an omelet. That's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when I'm gonna do it at this point. Had some Darren in one of my videos the other day when I was at the protest, whining about egg prices, asking me when the last time was I ate an omelet. I eat eggs almost every day.
Take a piece of paper right now.
So I was thinking about making an omelet for him and letting him know,
That's all I could ask for.
you know what I mean, how my omelet situation was since he seemed to be so concerned about it. He sounded like his omelet situation was not good. I can tell you that. He was not happy about $8 for a dozen of eggs, and nor am I. But Stank Adventures with Stank, he says he paid 360 something or whatever, just over $3, a little less than 4 per dozen. I pay about $5 per dozen. So Mascara Darren's, I guess whining about 8. I mean, maybe I think some of these places been price gouging, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't eat eggs.
Has to go in guidance of the federal law because the federal law came into effect making every state.
Haven't drank milk in over 20 years, huh?
There's 88
How come you don't eat eggs? Great source of protein, dude.
car and I can only come pay that.
Some people are allergic to eggs, from my understanding. I guess some people just don't like them. I like eggs. Guess you don't have the expensive egg problem then, though.
Like 88 laws, like if I can't make it there,
I eat a minimum of one egg a day, because I usually make a breakfast sandwich of some kind.
and that's a federal law that beat the New Mexico law is 24 and 5. All right, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Because
Fried egg sandwich, lunch. Hell yeah. I love a fried egg sandwich, dude. That was my go-to when I was like, I come home drunk when I was a teenager, partying, 17, 18, 19 years old. Come home, fry up a couple eggs real quick, throw some cheese and some Miracle Whip on them, go to my room. Like come home at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Party your teenage days.
because I think it's extremely funny.
Yeah, like a fried egg sandwich.
If a request to be custodian,
I like my fried egg sandwich though, just on bread. And I like it when the egg steams the bread a little bit. You know what I mean? Get that egg cheese melted a little bit with that Miracle Whip. Kind of like a warm egg salad sandwich with cheese.
putting capital big letters here, respectfully, as if he doesn't want to have to tell her another time how to do her job. Because when, ma'am, have you ever heard the county clerk is not the custodian of records? I'm sure he's still sitting out there.
Much shit.
I was too scared.
I think it's gonna be a little while before I eat. Really don't feel like eating. I just feel like making that video, finish editing that video. I put out a video yesterday, anyways, and I'm bummed about that video I put out yesterday because when you're editing, and you adjust things just a little bit, it'll like throw your audio off sometimes. On for like my outro where my music was, it threw it off like 30 seconds, and I didn't catch it, and you know what I'm saying, and I uploaded it, and man, that bummed me out. I was in a rush. Fuck that up, man. Hate it when I do that.
Guys, let me know what you think about that. I mean, they were trying to do just about anything to not fill out my request there at the end. A phone call to the police. We overheard the conversation.
That's because I've been playing with the outro, the way I've done outro lately. Changing, sometimes people use the same outro all the time and just leave it like that for their whole thing. Me, I like to change it up sometimes. Sometimes my outro depends on my mood. You know what I'm saying? So I do that. 33 windy and snowy. Yeah, I got about 5 inches today, dude. or last night. Started at like 12, 11:30. When I was going to bed is when I noticed it. So it started then, ground, you know what I mean? And then it snowed all through the night. And my little measuring stick here in the front yard, it says 4.5 inches, I guess I could call it, because I can see the 5. So that's what we got. And it's like right at freezing, so it could tip a degree either way. I mean, it's right there at 32 with some sun. Little sun just breaking through the clouds in spots. It's supposed to clear up though, isn't it? Yeah, I'm hoping this is the last one because I looked at the weather and it's supposed to be upper 40s in a couple days where there's 50s, and so, and then back to 40s. So it's like the next 10-day forecast I seen was 40s and 50s. So hopefully this is the last one. It ain't enough to really worry about going out there and shoveling even, I don't think. You know what I mean? Might have to go clean the car off though. Oh, did you hear County's outro? This is pretty good. It's good stuff. You guys ever watch Midlife Stockman? You guys ever watch that channel? Dude dropped a minute of video. Times on my timestamp says on my thing 52 minutes ago. Dude's already got at 11K views. Midlife Stockman. Dude's pretty cool. I like his content. He's one of those got lawnmower guys that does the picks people's communities and does their sidewalks and yards and stuff for them. Then he puts it on YouTube, and he's in Detroit, Michigan is where he does this stuff. I wonder if I'm gonna see Jeff go by with a snowplow on today. I don't think they plowed anywhere. Jeff's the fire chief, and he usually he'll do our driveway a lot when we get a lot of heavy snow. And I seen him at the store a couple days ago, and he took the plow off his truck. So I was like, "Oh, I see you took the plow off your truck, eh?" And he's like, I said, "Yeah." I said, "Ballsy move." We chuckled about it, you know. And then 4.5 inches today, overnight. It was quite fluffy snow though, so enough to get the county road plow trucks out though. So, it is. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna sounds like Outdoors with Eric. Haven't watched that one. The Midlife Stockman guy, he's a lawn care guy. You know what I'm saying? Lawn care. He does edge the sidewalks and yeah, in Detroit. It's pretty neat. I got the wrong phone, but I'm gonna get out of here. I might go make something to eat, but I'm not gonna do it live. Too much work to cook a good omelet and worry about my camera and communicating and blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm gonna hook up an omelet bit to throw in this next video for him. So it'll be hopefully it's funny. Anyways, peace out. I'm out of here. You guys have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Blah blah blah. See you later.